A very good evening to one and all, and on behalf of BMC Global Live and in association with Al Hilal Hospital, I welcome all of you once again on our Children's Hour program. Children's Hour, experience the difference. As the name suggests, this show is for a budding youth to explore and understand their viewpoints, mindsets, and thought processes. In words of Mother Teresa, I alone cannot change this world, but I can cast a stone across the waters to create many ripples. So today we have with us, celebrating Children's Day, I would say, we have with some, from Bahrain Indian School, some youngsters have joined us today, who are all set to let us know what they think that should be added or amended in the schools according to the new trends and the new gen likings. But before doing that, let me introduce all of you to our guest, Mr. Wilson. Mr. Wilson, who is a CA by profession and currently holds position of Principal and Director at Nirmal Jyoti College, Angamali in Kerala. He has a vast experience in the field of finance and education. A very warm welcome to you, Mr. Wilson, in our show and as well as in Bahrain. So could you just tell us your purpose of visit to Bahrain?
Yeah, I'm very happy to be here in Bahrain and seated along with the kids of Bahrain School. In fact, the purpose of visit is that to explore Bahrain and enjoy the life of Bahrain. I will be here for a few more days.
And I'm sure you are going to love our island.
Yeah, sure. So, once again, thank you. I go back to my olden days when I am sitting with the students. So, happy to be here. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so now let me introduce you all with our stars. Today, to begin with, today we have with us Jana Chirag Dave, who is a grade 9 student. She hails her roots from Mumbai. She is a graceful Kathak dancer and has completed graduation level in this Indian classical dance form. In future, she wants to participate in competitive exams and various other competitions. Welcome, Jana. Next, we have with us Preety Chauhan, who is studying in grade 9. Her hobbies include listening to music. She has a keen interest in debating, public speaking, and swimming. She always looks forward to participate in competitions. Winning is important, but she believes that participating is much more important. Very warm welcome, Preety. Next, we have with us Swastika Saragoi, who is studying in grade 11. She is a trained Bharatnatyam dancer and has given many stage performances. In her free time, she loves to read and as well as write and is a very good swimmer as well. Welcome, Swastika. Next, we have with us Avilash Payavila, who is a grade 9 student. He has a keen inclination for research and gaming and wants to become a NASA researcher. A very warm welcome to you, Avilash. Now, let me introduce you with Parvati, who is studying in grade 11. She loves to play basketball and is very good in athletics as well. She's a very good artist as well and loves to draw and paint. Welcome, Parvati. Now we have with us Sanjay Swaminath, who is a grade 9 student. He has excelled in playing keyboard and is a brilliant player of chess and badminton. His main interest is to study history in detail and is currently trying to get all information about World War II. Very warm welcome, Sanjay.
Thank you.
Last but not the least, we have with us Isha, who is studying in grade 8. She is a very good singer and is a part of her school's team of basketball and badminton. Welcome, Isha. So a very warm welcome to all of you and happy Children's Day. It was yesterday, but yes, we can still celebrate it. So talking about, today's topic is what is that you want to add or amend in your school or in school life. So starting with, the first is the timetable and the timings of the school. So is there anything that you want to change or you're satisfied with it? Yeah, sure.
Alright, so I'm satisfied with the school hours. I find they're okay. And the time allotted to each subject period is also fine, but I would like the time for the breaks to be increased because they should be at least from 15 to 20 minutes. 10 minutes are just not enough. We should be given enough time to peacefully eat without rushing. So yeah, that's what I would like to amend.
So that's the break time issue. So who else wants to talk about it? Yeah, Sanjay.
I do personally find the time to be okay. For my school personally, actually all schools in Bahrain overall, school starts, the first period starts at 8 o'clock and ends at 2:30. So it doesn't start very fast, it doesn't end, very late. So I find it to be good, except the breaks. I feel the first break is really small, only 10 minutes to eat. That's not good.
So do you finish your tiffin daily?
Yes, I do finish my tiffin daily because after so many hours
So
of studies, I
Mama
get
must
really
be
hungry.
happy for it, because the main complaint every mother has that you guys don't finish the food. So do you complain about the short time that you get for the break that you didn't finish, or the mama doesn't cook well?
Well, mostly we should have time to like rearrange our thoughts, or like have some peace of mind, and like get that atmosphere back to like get set on our studies again. So it would be great to have like a little bit more time so that we can freshen up our minds.
Okay, so sir.
Yeah, I would like to add on this. The break time depends on the number of students on the school and the facilities available in the school. I heard that almost 14,000 students are studying in Bahrain Indian School. Is it right?
No, sir, there are two schools actually, Indian school and Bahrain Indian school.
How many students are there in your school?
About 400.
That's all. Okay,
Yes, that's all.
very good. So it all depends on the number of
400,
students and
there should be more
facilities
than
available,
the count as
and
well.
the gender-wise differentiation. Like if one gender is more, they should get more time if the facilities are very less. All right, and the timing, of course, early morning time starting on the school is. I would like to see that every student wake up early and start their education early. It's not like in India. I mean, in almost everywhere, especially in today's world, we see a sea of change. Like students waking up 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m. So instead of that, you can wake up at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. so that you'll be able to reach at 8 a.m. in the school. So be on time in the school and wake up early, because the world, except human being, the world wake up like animals and birds wake up early morning, like 3 a.m. In the morning.
The sun,
So only-
never,
but
the
only
sun
the human
never,
being
and the
are
sun
the-
never keeps an alarm to rise and set,
Yeah.
right?
Only human being is waking up late. So I'm happy that the school starts in this area at 8 a.m. And I believe that there should be a time frame where students should spend more time in the school. A day consists of 24 hours. What do you do the rest of the time? Probably you need 8 hours of sleep and 3 or 4 hours for other things. The rest of the time should be spent on studies or career development. So if you are staying only up to 2 or 2:30 in the school, means probably you may be wasting your time. I don't know how you are scheduled your time of each day, but the time should be extended so that career development is possible in a better way. Okay.
Okay, so you all, I think, are comfortable going to school at 8 o'clock and then coming back by 2:30. So there's nothing as such that you want to change in that. But in the timetable, except the break, are you all satisfied with the timetable that's been framed for all of you?
Yeah,
So-
well, basically, equal time's been given to all the subjects, and
No, I'm talking about the sports and recreation.
yeah, there is like each day there has to be a one extracurricular activity, like for example, library or PE, so which is included. So that is pretty satisfactory.
Oh, that's nice. That's very nice to know. Okay, now when we are talking about the school, going in the mornings, so the first thing that comes is uniform. Do you guys feel confident and graceful in the uniform, or you think like the casual dresses would be more comfortable and trendy? All the hands are raised. So you can.
What I personally think is that uniforms are better in general, because most of the people today are wearing trendy clothes as casuals, and children might feel pressurized to wear such trendy clothes when some parents might not be able to afford such clothes. And also I find that having uniforms is like unity in the school. Everyone's capable of achieving.
Uniform. That is why the
uniform.
name is uniform.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, that's what I have to say.
Okay, so many hands.
Yeah, so including getting that point forward, I personally have a recommendation. most of the schools don't have this, but I would like to have gender neutral uniforms. Like, talking about girls mostly, they might not all be comfortable wearing skirts, right? So it would be lovely to have pants and shirts, or like one neutral uniform for all the students.
Okay, very nice suggestion. Anybody else? Yeah.
So, well, uniforms were invented so that nobody stands out, right? Or else, and nobody considers themselves superior as compared to anybody else. Therefore, I feel uniforms are really important so that everybody remains equal and there's a sense of unity and equality among the students.
So you all want to be in uniform. So what?
Yes.
So sir is handling college. So what happens when you go to college?
Yes, I would like to say that uniform is better for students because you'll have a uniformity of mind, because people who are studying in the school may be coming from different backgrounds. Some may be rich, some may be from lower backgrounds. So everyone should feel the same. That is why uniforms are introduced. But in certain school, uniform suits unfit for the students. Like they have to wear ties, coats, suits. It's feel like very heavy. So it should be normal. Uniform must be normal, and they should always recommend same parity. Like she said, gender neutral.
Yeah.
I also recommend gender neutral uniforms. All right.
Yeah, I agree with that point. Like, yes, in case if it can be done or implemented, it would be really nice to see everyone. Then anyway they'll look all same only, irrespective of the gender. Okay, coming to the next question. You all get homework, correct? And you have to finish it. If you don't finish it, becomes, you pile on your things. And you have to revise for you the portions also that is covered. So what is your take on homework? It should be there or it shouldn't be there? Avilash, let Avilash.
I mean, actually, there is a fair point of giving an homework, but it should be like limited, but not so much.
No, what is the criteria of being limited and unlimited? So every subject teacher will give you their own portions to write, right?
Like finishing it should take like half an hour, I guess, and then you read it out, and then it takes completely to finish a subject within an hour, and then you can revise all together at once, so that you are all ready for the next day. I mean, mainly they give over here like 2-3 hours of homework.
As you go in higher classes, even a small answer will take you minimum 10-15 minutes to absorb, understand, and then write it out, correct? So, and you have so many subjects to do that. So my question is for the higher grades basically, like, do you really want the homework to be there, or you think like revising as such will help you out?
Homework is technically a necessary need. Basically, needing and homework is actually necessary because the concept which is taught that day, when you revise it at home by doing homework, you can actually remember. A brain has not the capability of remembering what you learned one day before for exam than what you learned 1 month before. Because when you learn something before exams, you actually remember it. And people who don't do homework, it's actually seen that the ones who don't do it have less memory of less concept grasp, and they don't get stuff easily.
The understanding of the concept
The concept is less, and in the exams they can't score well. But the people who have regular homework schedule, they actually are high achievers because they're used to the concept and they have practiced it by doing it.
Okay, so what if you are being given a time in the school itself to finish the homework given for every per subject or whatever it is? Won't that be nice? Like when you go home, then you just have to revise, take rest and revise what was being taught. How's that idea?
Ma'am, I think it's a good idea to have a specific time allotted in school itself to complete the homework, because what people don't realize is that when you get to higher grades, you have to go for tuitions, and tuitions are usually 2 hours long per subject.
Correct.
So you won't get time to do homework.
Now you're getting to the point what I'm asking.
So I think it would be very desirable to have a specific time in school itself.
So it's nice, right? You'll all agree, like if in the school itself a period or 1 hour or something is given, 1.5 hours, in the school itself, like you finish your homework and then you go home and take rest, and whatever activities or classes you have to attend, then you have a free mind, right? So what would you say, sir?
Yeah, the takeaway from this discussion is that you don't like to have homework too much. at home. You want to be free at home, right? Yeah. I also recommend that, see, in every classes, the subjects are designed in such a way that certain papers are, certain subjects are theory and certain subjects are problem based, all right? So when you get a problem at homework, as a homework, you may not be having enough capability to solve it. You may need support from others. So I believe that it is always better for the school to have some time, extra time at the school to finish the homework, like problem solving. You can have group discussion among the students, and sharing of idea happens there. Everyone are not equal. So you can share the knowledge of others, expertise of others. You can get the assistance of the teachers so that you can solve the problems easily in the school itself. As far as the theory part, of course, you need to read and probably you have to by heart or something like that. So that you can do at home, and probably, anyway, you'll not be free. you have to spend some time in the school and as well as at home also. Don't expect free time and enjoying the time by doing something extra. So be specific that problem always be solved in the school itself, getting the assistance of the teachers, and sharing the knowledge along with the other students who may be experts in the subjects. And the theory papers can be, read and understood and at home. All right, that is better.
Jana, you wanted to say something about this?
Well, I was just saying that if we do it in home, not at home and in school, it wouldn't be homework anymore, would it?
That's what I'm telling you. You just get free with that thing. That word the word will not exist anymore.
Yeah.
So you study, you finish your homework, and then you come home, and then you just have to revise. That also, like, it all depends upon the student to student, whether they do it on a regular basis. It all depends upon your liking and time frames you have. Correct? But that homework word will disappear then. Then it's your work, not homework then. So with this thought, we give you the homework to wait for us to come back after a short break.
The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahala. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
The exclusive franchisee of Cochin Kala Bhavan in Bahrain, with over a decade of existence in Bahrain. Exclusive online regular classes have started for classical dances, music vocal, instrumental music, cinematic dance, Kathak, Zumba body fitness, karate and yoga, drawing, arts and craft, children's theatre. For more information, please call 3909 6845 3909 4806 3885 2397 or visit www.bahrainmediacity.com.
Welcome back. I hope you did your homework well for waiting for us. So continuing the discussion, okay, so what do you think? The project-based learning is better or mugging up the whole concept and writing in the exam is better? We start with Ishan this time.
I think project-based learning is a very good. I think it's a good thing to do because we can understand the concept better, and it's an all-hands approach on subjects like physics and chemistry. Whereas just memorizing it won't help us. We memorize just for the sake of by-hearting, just to get good marks in examinations, and this won't help us very well in the future.
Okay, yes. Sure, Sanjay.
Yeah, okay. I do feel that project-based learning is really useful. So say if I'm learning chemistry and we are studying about a chemical reaction, I don't want to be told what happens in a chemical reaction. I want to see it with my with my eyes. So I want to see a chemical reaction. If I add this and this, then it turns yellow. It's a lot more interesting than just being told.
As of now, the practicals are being done. I'm just talking like really like every concept. Let it be literature itself. If it is like instead of teacher telling you this verb should be added here or this tense has to be added here, they give you a play to write, or suppose to write a play and come back and then enact on that. Don't you think so that will give you more understanding of the subject that way? Yes, Avilash?
So I basically go on with that because if you actually learn by project based, you can actually use it in practical life. Whereas you mug it up, you cannot mainly use it in practical life because you don't know what it actually means. So yeah, I actually agree with it.
Plus, adding on to the points, I feel project-based is like an opening up to creativity. You can do what you want, you can learn concepts in much more innovative, one much interesting way, and when mugging up has like the tendency you'll forget in some time. It doesn't help at all. If I have tried it myself, it doesn't help. But when it comes to project-based or doing it on your own, you can open up. You can actually even discover what subjects you like, which topic you like, which is actually really help you in future.
Yeah, true. Anybody else?
Alright, so when you mug up concepts, you might get good marks in the exam because those are the exact words that the teachers would like to see. But soon after that, parents also, right? But soon after that, you'll just forget them, right? So then what's the use of mugging them up if they won't help you in the future? So basically, project-based learning, like it could be giving a presentation to the class. It also really helps with learning. Then, or watching videos, making flowcharts. All of these things, they just help you remember concepts better. So I feel those are more effective rather than mugging up things a night before the exam.
What about you, Jana?
Along with helping in remembering, it also increases the understanding of a student, right? It helps like in the growth of the mind. Like I wouldn't want to the teachers say that maths will be useful in your future. I don't see how where I'll see I don't think I'll have to calculate the amount of the total number of apples I have to buy or something. So basically it will show me why it is important and why do I need it in my life. So I believe that it is very important and it is needed.
Which is your favorite subject?
Maths, honestly.
And you give a wrong example of the subject. So would you like to say something about it?
Yeah, of course. You might have heard about the new education policy 2020 of India, where more thrust is given for projects. It's not only given subjects. You can also have your own creativity, and you can choose your own subjects, your own area of interest, so that the best out of you comes, right? Now certain subjects are given to you. You learn that subjects only. There is no creativity. But I believe that up to 10th standard, this kind of education is almost okay. But after 10th, your creativity, your potential has to come out. So that the new education policy has imparted students-oriented or creativity-oriented or activity-oriented system. So of course, in future, you will have an education system where your creativity is marked.
Will be measured.
Will be measured. All right. So there is a future for creativity and activism and thought process. It's not only given the subjects. Of course, the subjects should be given. In addition to that, every student can show your creativity and thought process. All right.
See, the practical knowledge of any subject, anything in your life, even if now your mother cooks the food and the food is served on the plate and you just cherish it, your favorite dishes are being served, but you don't go into you know what it is, right? It can be veg or non-veg, any dish, but till you don't go in the kitchen and learn how it's been made, it's of no use. Correct? So that's what, in a nutshell, the practical knowledge is really important, and I really wish that in schools this is really implemented. Everything should be practically shown and explained to the students so that they know exactly where to use that knowledge in their life, instead of just mugging up the theory and getting the marks. I don't believe in that. Okay, now coming back, now you're all in higher grades. So the subject selection starts from after grade 10. Correct? You want science, you want commerce, you want bio, you want maths or whatever. Don't you think that should start from grade 9? Because I think by the time you all know what are your likings and dislikings, which subject you're good at and which you don't want to even touch. So what's your take on that?
Well, I would say if you go around asking students of 9th grades, what do you want to do? What do you want to take? Half of them, it's like 50-50, half of them would say, oh my god, I have no idea right now. But that again depends. Like we do understand our likes and dislikes, but it's not bad having more time to briefly understand what field and what course I should take, getting to know things better, so I can take a more precise decision. So I believe that this system of having to take the decisions after grade 10 is,
okay.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Yeah, Avilash.
So I would like the idea to actually start it from grade 9, because if you see the subjects go in depth from grade 9, so
Correct.
you go into the subjects, so you can choose which section of subject are you good at, and then you can go according to it from grade 9 itself.
What about you? Yeah, sure, yeah, sure.
So ma'am, what I noticed is in 10th grade, most of the subject is similar to what we learn in 9th grade and below. But when you get to 11th grade, it's completely different. So
because you
Yes.
get a selection to be done.
Yes, ma'am. So what I feel like is from 9th grade itself, kids should be given a brief idea of how it is going to be. Because at some point you get very confused on which one you want to take. Do you want to take commerce? Do you want to take humanities or science? So I think 9th grade is better.
What about you, Isha? You're in grade 9.
8.
So next year, if I give you an option, next year, Isha, you choose whichever subjects. You take 5 subjects. So would it be better, or you want to wait till grade 10?
I would actually would want to wait till grade 10 because I still don't know what I'd be doing in grade 9. My brother over here says grade 9 is actually very hard. So
Family trouble.
So yeah.
Okay, let Sanjay speak. Yeah.
I am actually against this because a lot of people in grade 9 don't really have a clear idea on what they're going to be. And actually for grade 8, so let's see grade 8 science, you don't really learn a lot of useful stuff. So I mean, you learn useful stuff, but you don't really go into depth. So a person who is good in science in grade 8 might be like, hey, science is actually easy, let's see grade 9. And then they realize it's not that easy. And my second reason, sir, I feel everyone should have a basic knowledge. So say if you want only science, you don't take social, but you should have a basic knowledge of what democracy is, what happened in World War II, World War I. You don't learn any of this in 6th, 7th, 8th.
But Sanjay, I'll ask you, if some child, see, you are very interested in history. Another child might be, Swastika doesn't like history at all. She wants to just finish off that subject. So don't you think so by 9 she should be given a choice to chuck that subject out of her syllabus?
No, because this is basic knowledge. This is our history of what happened. This all happened.
That interests you, not her. That's what I'm asking you. So don't you think so she should be given a fair chance not to study that subject?
No, but it's just one of those things where everyone has to know. Even if you don't like it, you still have to learn. You have to know.
Okay, which subject is that you don't like at all?
I don't like bio.
See?
Yeah, okay.
You're answering my question. See now, talking about at my home, my daughter doesn't like maths at all. Poor thing, she's really struggling in that subject. It's not that she's dull in other subjects, she's really good, really, really good. But maths doesn't go into her head. And she's waiting for the 10th standard to finish with that. So she had been actually asking us to hunt for a school where maths is not being taught. So that question is for those kind of people, those who know exactly that I don't want to study this subject. At any cost, at any given point of time, I don't want this subject in my life. So don't you think so 9th standard is enough for a child to make up his or her mind?
I actually find this topic very debating, and everyone will have different opinions. Actually,
For sure.
till 8th grade, the topics, the subjects, you don't really study in depth. You just studying on the surface. In 9th grade is when you start going inside the subject. 9th and 10th is when you start learning the subject. Because I prefer we choose subjects after 10th grade, because 9th, 10th we know. By depth we know how the subject is. In 9th grade in 8th grade we just learn tip of the iceberg. And in 9th grade when we go in depth, you suddenly choose a subject, like suddenly you choose science. And you have no idea what's happening, because suddenly it just goes hard in 9th grade. Or suddenly if it's maths, it's all proofs, you have no idea. But suddenly in 8th grade you were good in math. And then 9th grade you're like dropping in math. So you know what to do. And then 10th grade, again it improves. It's like current syllabus we have. So in 9th, 10th grade, you get an idea of how is your subject going. And when your 10th results, you can actually decide in which subject I am good and which subject I can go in 11th.
What's your take, Mr. Wilson?
Yeah. See, yes, you are right, because, some kind of maturity is required to choose your life, your career, all right? So at the age of 14 or 15, I believe only by that age you become mature to choose a career, all right? Like she said, my feeling is that you should know or you should study all the subjects, like maths, biology, history, everything we should know. Or else, from where we will know history, from where we will know the biology, from where we will know the chemistry. All of us does not like some subjects. For example, maths may be difficult for me. All of you may not like certain subjects, but you should know something about that. That is possible only up to 10th standard. So you can choose a career, you can choose a subject, or you can your career can be selected only after maturity. Otherwise, your decision may be influenced by parents. Probably you may have to choose a career depending on the choice of the parents. So when you become matured and choose a career, of course you will be happy with that, and you will stick on with that, and it will be forever. You will be happy in your life also. All right.
Good. Okay. Now, when we are talking about this heavy topic, you all are scored according to the marks that you score in your academics. Extracurricular activities, yes, they are there. You have been given grades for that, right? A, B, or C, whatever. Don't you think, or you want, or you don't want that, in your report card, according to the academics and the sports and the extra activities should be scored for your percentage?
I believe they definitely should be, because now when we talk about the college admissions, there equal importance is given to academics as well as extracurricular activities. And if we do not include extracurricular activities in our report cards, etc., children just won't take them seriously, okay? And specifically in our grades, when studies they get tough, they believe that they should just focus on studies and not care about extracurricular activities. But then when they go for applying for colleges, they realize that they have no certificates and no proofs to give.
Profile is really
right,
low.
there's no profile, empty CV. So then that is really not nice. So therefore I believe that they should be given importance.
I agree with her, because you can't actually expect every single child to be good in academics, score 99.9% in their exam. It's not. It's really hard for everyone. Some of them may find it easier, but some of them would find extracurricular easier. So they should have an equal chance. When there is sports tournaments going all over the world, like academics, why shouldn't we have sports in our report cards?
Very nice. Anybody else? Yes, Sanjay?
Yes, I do feel that sports should be given equal importance because sports is it's really important in our lives for physical and mentally. So after a hard day of studies, you play outside. It helps physically, it helps mentally, and it also helps for your college application. So say Harvard University, it is I think 40% more easier to get into Harvard if you're a leader of some sports or you won a major tournament. So yeah, that's why I believe.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay.
Well, I believe that all the sports or extracurricular activities, even all of them are a form of education, like they're a form of art. So if you're not grading them likewise, it's not really fair because in a way we are studying. That is education. In a way we are doing sports. We are learning something. It can't be easy. You have to know how to swing your arm to swim. So even that is education. So you need to grade everything likewise.
So you want the scoring should be there for the sports and extracurricular activities. Yes. That is a very fair call actually if you ask me, because see, a child who's good in chemistry might not be good in sports, and a child who's good in badminton might not be good in chemistry. So both should get a fair chance to score as per their talent and the capacity they have. What do you say, sir?
Yeah, I do agree with all these recommendations of students. The curriculum should be designed in such a way that extracurricular activities should be included in your scorecard. Of course, I do support that. You look, many students are coming in our college asking for certificates. The certificate should include a clause or sentence like they were active in extracurricular activities. Foreign universities are considering or giving credit points to their extracurricular activities. And I do believe it that not only sports. See, now reading habits has come down in students, among students. Yes. Even students are not reading daily newspaper. They are not watching news channels. They are not utilizing the library properly. See, now the book festival is going on. How many of you went to that book festival? Right? Yeah. So there must be credit points for reading habits. The extracurricular should include utilization of library, reading of books, extra reading than the subjects. All right, you need to learn a lot of things other than the subjects given in the school. So be positive, spend some time for reading extra books so that you'll have an extra knowledge, and that will help you a lot in your career also. So not only sports, I do support the reading habits of the students as extracurricular. Thank you.
See, as a child who's good in academics, the child who's good in sports is being pushed to score good in academics. Same way, the child who's good in academics should be pushed to do good in extracurricular activities. So then I think the balance will be there. So now the previous question, when initially I asked about the homework, my next question is related to that only. Do you think that you need to have, study halls and combined studies to be conducted in the school itself? Yeah.
Definitely, because when you're studying with your friends, your peers, you have a chance to discuss, talk to each other and have debates. That increases your ability to get answers and think on the spot, and it is more comfortable for you, because when you ask your teachers, you're not that comfortable asking downs. You have to be formal, right? But then when you're talking with your friends, you get more points. You speak your mind, you can speak your mind better. So you can get
the fear of getting judged is not
right
there.
Exactly. So that is a very good idea, and I feel that it is a necessity. Yes.
Anybody else? Yeah.
I feel that even at home, when you're doing homework and you just call up your friends and you go can you help me with this question, or you send a photo of the question and I have a doubt, help me with it. So if you had to do the same thing face to face, I would prefer it, right? Face to face, it's like an immediate interaction, and you could just ask your doubts and your friend could just reply, and it's more personal and it's better. I prefer it definitely.
Okay. Anybody else wants to say something? Yep.
So in a school, different people are talented in different ways. So my friend might be better at, let's say, chemistry than I am, and I have a doubt. So I can just ask her the doubt, and then she can immediately tell me the answer. So, and if I'm good at some subjects, and I can help them out, So I think it's very good to have
it
a
will be a
study
good
hall.
idea to have
Yeah.
study hours in the school itself. So homework hours, one timetable frame should be there. For study halls should be made where the kids can sit together and have combined studies kind of thing, which you normally don't get to do because one friend is staying in there or the transport issue comes, you can't be sitting together. So what do you say, sir?
I do believe in this topic. Students should be permitted to have group discussion. As I earlier said, it's a sharing of knowledge, sharing of thoughts. So that is a good idea. But from my experience, what I saw from my experience is that students are misutilizing the opportunity of group discussion and
that is
getting the
actually,
permission.
sir, when they are left alone. When they'll be in the school,
So
they
always
won't
the group study should be under the supervision of a teacher. That is my suggestion.
It should be there, but yeah, a teacher should be there to supervise you guys. So you're happy with that too, if you get to add on. Oh, very nice. So now the last question of the day, which everybody will agree that should be asked actually. Should the gadgets be allowed in the school? Avilash.
I would say yes, of course. Cause no, I mean, according to safety also, this is a good step.
Okay.
Because if an emergency is actually alarmed in the school, accept your teacher's phone. Sometimes it even has passwords and you want to access it, but you are not able to because it has a password and you don't know. If you have your own phone, you can literally call the police and you'll be like, okay, on the way.
Why you to call police in the school?
Emergency situations.
That school admin is there to take care of.
Yeah, and then you can remember your school, like taking pictures of it, and then you're taking pictures of your friends together.
But for that, your annual day functions and everything is being conducted where
That's
you do.
once a year.
Once. So you want to post your pictures daily on your social handles or what?
I mean, whenever you want to, you're free for that. But I mean, there should be a rule.
But don't you think so that will be a big distraction for you?
I mean, if you're actually into that a lot, then your phone actually has to be taken to the teacher by the teacher. When
Don't
the
you
period
think
is
so that
going
you
on.
give another homework to the teacher to do?
She'll be like, okay, students, put your phone over there, and then you'll be like, okay, and then you put it over there.
What's the point
and
of
then you
taking
take
the
it.
phone?
Then, yeah.
When there's emergency, you can just grab it up out of over there, rather than just going around taking your teacher's mobile.
So
I guess.
Avilash needs a phone in the school, okay. What about you, Sarthika?
I would like to strongly protest from that point because gadgets are not really a necessary part of our life. When you have a person in front of you, you have your friends in the school, it's actually much better than why do you even need gadgets? It's like necessary needs. That too, if they're talking about photos of your friends in school, you and your other people, other classmates will be more concerned on how they look than what they're supposed to study. It'll be really distracting because sometimes you get a message, you get some social media message, you're going to look there,
It's a big
diverted. Your focus doesn't even come.
Avilash wants to say something.
I am actually like, photos shouldn't be taken during the classes. You should actually be shut down and then put it with you.
That's
And
what I'm asking you. You are giving yourself and your teacher an extra work to do.
You
Isn't
have
it?
to be responsible yourself, no?
Okay, I
That,
take
okay,
your
I have
guarantee.
class.
But do you think I can take guarantee of everyone that they will not misuse?
I'm not sure, but they should actually take their phones. The teachers actually should take their phones.
Okay. So Avilash will take the phone.
I believe everyone will have a strong opinion regarding this for and against, but I am against it because it is a very big distraction. It has become a necessity. Like in this time, it is actually a necessity, but not for our age group, not for the students. Why would I want a phone? Who would I want to call in middle of a school while I'm learning, while I'm in the middle of a class? But then I can put forward a point that if we have gadgets, then we have a broader field to research. Like if in middle of the class or something, we have to research, then we can just search it up on the internet, or maybe we cannot always utilize these school computers and all. So we can get a chance to research and get more information on the spot. But still, it would be a very big distraction, and I would suggest against it.
What about you, Sanjay?
I'm strongly against this. There are numerous disadvantages to having a phone at school. So one is it can be really distracting. So you can take pictures during classes. That's a okay, so that's a disadvantage. And can you just imagine in the break, all the students are just looking at their phones? That's not really socializing. And yeah, that's why I'm strongly against this.
Yes, Swastika?
In schools, some of us have digital watches which has alarms. That enough during the class when it actually beeps, the whole classroom gets distracted and the whole floor just shatters. So imagine having the whole class having phones and the notification just coming off. It's just, will you study or will you focus on the notification? It's more like that.
Isha wants to say something.
Ma'am, if we actually have gadgets in our school, we'll actually need better Wi-Fi.
Nice recommendation.
Yes, ma'am.
If the phone is low, you want a Wi-Fi connection.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What if they give you this? You must have heard about the softwares like child lock, like where some sites you cannot access and all that. What if gadgets are allowed with those kind of softwares?
But then what's the advantage of having a phone?
No, but see, what she was telling, in case if you want to research, suppose your teacher is teaching you a concept on physics. She went and you have a break of 10 minutes or 15 minutes or whatever. You have a free period in case, and you don't want to go around, but you want to sit and study on that topic. If that, the site is available to you where you can go and research and do some extra studies, that way, yes, productively you can use with a good Wi-Fi connection.
Ma'am, we have the school computers for that. We don't have to bring our devices.
Okay.
Libraries exist for a reason. Just researching, doing on the phone, it just increases screen time and reduces your reading time. And why are libraries even there in school if you do that?
Okay. Avilash again wants to say something.
I would just say there should be, you should actually be responsible for yourself, saying I have class, no notifications, shut down the phone, and then you're like, okay, now it's class time, listen to the class, phone, you can do whenever you
Okay,
want.
so when you go home, how much time do you spend on your phone?
If it's useful, it's like 4 hours.
I need to call your parents for that. You
Sure.
give your answer, I'll check with them later on.
You can check actually my screen time. It's actually low only. It's on Friday, it's high because that's my day.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's your day.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you have to say about it?
Yeah, see, the gadget is a serious discussion. All the students participated. See, the gadgets came only in the 21st century. Before that, all were not depending on gadgets for studies. See, as some said, the libraries are useful for your studies. For researching something, the library is available and computers in the library are available. So, but there are plus and minus points. There are positive sides on gadgets and negative sides on the gadgets. So, I am not against using gadgets, but I am opposing the usage of gadgets in the school premises. Probably you can use at home. Probably, this world is of digital world, so we cannot avoid. But use it wisely. Use it wisely. All right.
So I think we can conclude the discussion by saying yes, there are some points where the schools need to work, and there are some points where the children should, stop themselves and absorb and adjust themselves that they are in school. But definitely, see, there's a saying that, progress is impossible without a change. A person who cannot change his mind cannot change anything in the world. So you need to be ready for a change, but the change has to be gradual. It should not be an abrupt change. Definitely, the base, the foundation becomes shattered otherwise. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, sir, for joining us today, and everybody who's watching us online. It was really a wonderful show, and it was enlightening, actually, I would say. Once again, happy Children's Day, and keep smiling, keep growing, and be healthy, and be honest the way you are. So I want to thank everyone on behalf of BMC Global Live and Al Hilal Hospital for joining us today. We'll come back with another topic to have an open discussion like this. Till then, take good care of yourself. Good night.
The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahla. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.